You going somewhere for a week or two?
Yeah, I can't remember the last. Well, I went up to Washington, and now I'm going back.
Nice.
Going back up the first 10 days of July.
Okay.
Ish. I can't remember when I went. Last time, May, 1st of May. Has it been that long since you've had your beard trimmed?
Yeah, I mean,
Was it?
maybe you've just gotten back. It's been 4 or 5 weeks. I can't really afford to come here more.
I hear you. Things are going good?
Yeah. Really good.
That's good.
There's this girl that I've been, we're now actually officially dating. We weren't last time I was here, but I've known her since I came out here in January. She's the head of the homeless ministry at Calvary Chapel, Trump Valley.
Okay.
And we serve alongside each other a lot in the church, and we're things are going well with that. I didn't think I'd come out here and meet a girl, that's for sure.
In Pahrump.
Yeah, right. In the middle of this Dust Bowl. But
It's pretty tough. You got lucky.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match.
she's way out of my league too, which is,
Home prices are starting to drop, and if you're looking for an easy way to get your home sold, guaranteed, then you need to
really
contact
cool.
the McLean Real Estate Group today. Ask about their guaranteed sale program. It's a way for you to
and then the program's going well too. You turn doing
Yeah.
that whole thing.
ready for the showcase. Get your home sold.
We got like 7 guys right now. 2 of them are in the second phase, and they just got jobs and are doing really well.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's nice the ministry's back up and running. It was shut down there for a while. But
Why was it shut down? I think you told me, but I forgot.
Pastor Big John had like a family crisis,
Oh, okay.
and then the guys who were on the ranch were less than adequate to handle it without his supervision.
Gotcha.
And now he doesn't live there anymore at all. He lives with his wife, and then I kind of run things on the ranch, and he just pastors. But there's definitely a learning curve, but it's finally getting moving.
So if you've been hurt in the past, call Samuels 702-303-0333 or visit samandashlaw.com. Samuels, because you deserve what's up. Hey, you confused about real estate? Sean had it here. I can tell you.
You see my white number 2? What I did with it? Something fall on the ground? It's fine, I can use this one, but I said it's fine, I can use this one, but I don't see what I did with it. No.
I'm going to Montana next week.
Oh, nice.
Family reunions.
Family reunions, that's where you're from?
No, I'm from Pennsylvania, but it's my mom's side of the family. From out like Oregon, Washington, Montana. But the majority of them live in Montana. I haven't been there since I was like 15, 14.
It's just weird. I lost it. It's probably somewhere just right in front of me.
Was it?
Oh, just a number 2. I mean, I got backups, but I just... Usually my wife takes my shit.
Encouraged to attend. There are a couple of requests by the organizers that if you're planning to attend, they're asking that if you can, wear some purple, pink, or green in honor of the girls. Organizers are also asking the public to please bring a chair or a blanket to sit on for that park setting. Also, some drinking water is an idea, and if you can, a candle or a glow stick. Dr. H. Park is going to be opening up at 5 p.m. next Friday for the ceremony. The organizers say with limited parking, they're asking as many people as possible.
How are the bald eagles doing?
They're gone. They flew the nest. It's been a week now. They're in the tree next door. And they're flying together, which is pretty cool. Because the siblings don't really always...
Why don't they have white heads yet?
It takes them 5 years to get it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they don't get it for 4 to 5 years, and then at 40 years they got to scrape their beaks off. Yeah, look it up. They have to break their own beak off when they get to be about 35, 40 years old, and they grow back a new one. If they don't, they die younger because the beaks get 50. If they break their beaks off and they grow back another one. Check it out. Look it up. You don't believe me? When have I ever lied to you? Never. You got this hairy kid? He needs a haircut.
Talk to your vet about NextGuard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
Any functions everything. Whatever your general doctor said. Whether that's a walker, or a nurse, doesn't see that. Or you could go back and listen.
This is a book I can get by. It has like short pages. Hi.
Okay, life is too short.
What's up?
Are you just
Hi Mia, it's Jennifer.
No,
Did you know
Let's
Discover
go tilt you.
all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year?
The ranch phone should be on top of the fridge. But whether they hear it and answer it, I'm not sure.
I did. I just read from there.
Alright.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com.
Between Israel and Iran sent oil prices rising and stocks falling with all three indexes ranging by over 1% each. The Dow dropped 769 points, the Nasdaq fell 255, the S&P lost 6 today. This focus on the end of the day was in the oil market, where the price of a barrel of benchmark crude jumped over 7% to $53.
Just don't mess with the ashtray. Drive me nuts.
let me see what the line
Tommy complain, huh?
What? What?
Flipping out.
Oh yeah. Either just gotta let it go or keep it up or keep trimming it. 'Cause eventually everything else gets long enough to where the bushiness on the sides doesn't
It's not
affect you
noticeable.
visually so much if you got the big long beard. But keeping it shorter, it just makes you so wide, so you got to keep trimming it down.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm at the length yet where I can do that.
Let it grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to the point where I just can't take it. I mean, I usually cut it off once a year, but I've cut it twice since I cut it off. I usually just cut it and then I let it grow back. Like once a year I cut it off. This time I've cut it back. I don't like shaving. I mean, that's the thing. Now I've got to shave my neck.
Yeah.
Does not stop. Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. Iran has not decided.
Didn't Israel just bomb Iran?
What's that?
Did Israel just bomb
Yeah.
Iran?
Well, last night I think they did. Preemptive strike. So yeah, we're probably in it now.
Yeah.
It's all Trump's fault. Everything's Trump's fault right now. For another 4 years. It's supposed to be a peaceful protest tomorrow.
Here?
Yeah, at the Nugget. So I don't know if it's going to move or, if they're going to like walk down the street or what. But
What, a free Palestine protest or what?
no, free for the ICE immigrants.
Great.
And most everybody here that's Hispanic is here legally. I mean, we've probably got a few that are not, but most of the people I know that are Hispanic are pissed off about it, because they came here the right way. And,
Yep.
everybody
I don't
else.
have a problem with people coming over, man, but just do it legally,
Yep.
Like, what kind of precedence does that set? Oh, yeah, you can break the law. Destroys our sovereignty.
Yeah. Dilutes our values, Definitely.
Essentially, carte blanche all over and we were just hearing that from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu describing this last night. Louis, was the U.S. involved in this? Like, what type of Israel, were we providing military assistance here? The U.S. has a close relationship with Israel, but several U.S. officials...
We got to sit in it for a minute.
There was no U.S. military assistance. There was no U.S. involvement in any of this. Israel is responding to those genocidal calls with action and with a call of our own. Long live Israel and long live America. This is strictly an Israeli operation, and American officials are being very clear about that. And the reason they're saying this publicly is because they want to protect the American military and civilian populations in the Middle East. He references the torture orders that came out on...
Yeah, we're gonna have to take out sooner or later. It's gonna have to happen. They just don't. They just hate us. If they get a bomb, I wouldn't be surprised if they were already.
Well, if you look at, and I'm not trying to like over spiritualize it or anything, right? But if you look at the Bible and it talks about the Battle of Gog and Magog, right? And those regions in the Bible, when it says that, like, they'll all be united against Israel, right?
Yeah.
It is everywhere that is currently attacking Israel. So it just kind of blows my mind, I mean, that book was written 2,000 years ago, and it's just stuff's happening just right in it.
Yeah.
I mean, they've also been fighting for 2,000 years, so there's that.
the Trump administration has been very forceful in saying that the United States will carry out some kind of strong, forceful action if Iran decides to pursue a nuclear weapon. Well, what if there was an American
Pastor's
colony
trying to.
in
He
the
knows where
Middle
I'm at.
East should Iran launch retaliatory strikes? Then we're going to see proportional U.S. military response as well. And no longer will it be just Israel and Iran. This could expand to the United States and Iran. And again, it could just be isolated to one incident. But again, we have to wait and see where this all goes. And that's the uncertainty about this, Brad. We have a situation where you have two countries that are just warmly locked in this battle with all this constant tension. And then you've got the U.S. military presence in the region. The concern is always that the U.S. is going to get dragged into a larger conflict.
And I remember last fall when Israel attacked Iran the first time, we saw a response from Iran that was, you could almost tell that it was designed to be scary, but not super deadly, because they didn't want to create this huge back and forth. We'll see if that's how they kind of structure any response to the U.S., even though our government said we weren't involved here. Iran made it pretty clear that the U.S. responsible for anything that went down. There's a lot of tension now around the region and around the world. Louis Martinez, thank you.
Thanks, Brad.
Stop here at Geopolitical Coastal for deals as strong as this.
Lady Jennifer of Coont. Oh, God. It's so funny. It's all on how you pronounce it, I guess.
What did he say?
Oh, just this commercial. I just get a kick out of it because she says Lady Jennifer of Coont.
Oh, wow.
There you go, okay. Okay, just the cheeks. Good? Yeah. Now I'll skinny that down. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, come back. Well, they've been on Facebook. I've seen, just all the posts about the peaceful protest tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then just, everybody's polarized. And we've never had anything get out of hand here, but people are so divided now that...
That's the point.
Yeah. It's been very successful in dividing us.
Has the expertise to meet all your needs. Don't miss your chance to work with the trusted team at Allied Plumbing and Trenchless.
I mean, the Bible says a house divided cannot stand.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, maybe this Iran thing will bring us, because that could be potentially a huge deal.
I hope they reinstitute the draft. It's the only way I'm getting in.
I'm too old.
I'd sign
Unless
up.
we get to,
I got medically disqualified when I was a kid, and then for 5 years, and then I had to. Then I caught a bunch of cases.
Yeah.
Martha Rabbit says it marks a major escalation. What you really have to watch for in these coming days is how serious Iran's assault is on Israel. Israel will respond in kind and even worse. So whatever the Iranians do right now, whatever they do...
Who's got the better military, Israel or Iran? Iran's huge, but they're just...
I would bet that, Israel's probably got an upper hand on it, but as far as, plus they've got us, and all the weapons we've supplied them and helped them build that curtain, you know, and but it's not foolproof. Oh, it's good. Definitely not foolproof. You know, they were saying last night when I was listening to it that you know, some of those missiles last time they did that got through.
But then only a few hours later, a federal appeals court putting that order on hold after a late-night appeal from the Trump administration, ruling President Trump can keep the California National Guard deployed for now.
In Tennessee, Alberto Garcia appearing court entering a plea of not guilty to federal charges that include human smuggling. You're listening to ABC News.
Special Financial Group is not a law firm.
But if they got a nuke and we don't know about it, I said if Iran's got a nuke, or, but supposedly they don't. So a lot of these people that, you know, are coming across the border, not necessarily from South America, you know, kind of get in here and simulate, you know, and these sleeper cells and stuff like that. It's been, you know, since 9/11, 2001, since we've had anything, you know, but that sure brought us together. You know, there wasn't much division right after 9/11.
I don't know if something like that would have the same effect now, though.
No, I think it's so radicalized that it's crazy how things are nowadays. I'm kind of thinking something's gonna happen. Looks good. Something's gonna happen that's gonna.
From the crash site, their other brother was also on board and is believed to have died. Sherry Preston, ABC News. In New York City, the sex trafficking and racketeering trial of Sean Diddy Combs wrapping up another week of testimony. One of Combs' former girlfriends testified this week. She was coerced into drug-fueled sex parties by Combs. He denies that. Today,
I think that guy's gonna get off.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
They're prosecuting him for the wrong. I mean, he's a bad person, but there's really not a lot of evidence saying that he's racketeering and trafficking people. So I think that they got the wrong charges on him. I don't think they're able to prove that. From what I don't pay that much close attention to it, but from what I can see is, you know, they should have just. I don't know what other charge they could have, but the racketeering, they say that they are not really proving it. And the human trafficking, they're not really proving it. And that's what he's charged with. Instead of like just domestic violence and stuff like that. I don't want him to get off. I think he's a pretty bad guy, you know. And if he does get off, you know, it's hard to, you know how things are. Hard to change your ways unless you're ready. I don't think he's. He gets off, he's going to be showboating, you know, and then look what I got off, you know, and right back at it till he hurts somebody big time. That looks good. Not so cheeky now.
Yep. Is it even? Or just the lighting?
What do you see that's not even?
Compared to this side? Am I wrong?
Well, it's,
Like my eyes could be jacked up. You're the barber. And it could just be the color of the hair too. If my
this
beard's
side
off.
waves a little bit different. I'm trying to make it even.
We've got missiles raining down on Palestinian Israel. In fact, now the entire country is under attack from the state of Iran. Iran was hit by Israel, and they were hit because Iran was right on the verge of acquiring nuclear weapons. And Israel decided to take that threat because it was the same kind of thing America would do. So we're going to keep an eye on that and update you as details come in. But welcome to First Amendment Friday. It's a pleasure to be with you. And on First Amendment Friday, we open up the phone lines on every subject to fair date. If you want to dial in, it's 86601. That's 866-339-5277. Send emails to talk@lawandorder.com. And if you're a nation, we put you right back on the line as long as you make your point speedily and then stick around for a couple of questions from me. Our next today is Donald Trump selling out America First, the 2020 campaign for cheap labor by promoting amnesty for hotels and food.
Okay, what's up? As high as you can go right now.
Trump said our great partners in areas of leisure have been taking the very aggressive policy on immigration. We've taken care of long-time workers serious. For millions of Israelis, I do not. And I would have to make any job in America. You can pay the yard on the other side of the country and do it. 80% less expensive. But also at a very low weekend, like what has been done. By some of the elements are actually already being automated out of existence. So consider the point. You'll find it at one and So this movement over the issue of illegal aliens and deportation is going to be a giant nationwide protest. We're claiming the organizers, some of whom are being funded by the Chinese Communist Party, some of whom are being funded with their tax dollars, and some of whom are being funded by funded and serving chaos in America. And honestly, one of the funders is actually one we pay for the Walmart fortunes that Christie Walton. They call it no pay. In fact, Donald Trump responded to that
Okay.
Now, I can tell you something. I hear from people all the time saying Donald Trump is acting like a dictator. And my preference is that you go to every naysayer who says so. Something Donald Trump has done is acting like a king. I mean, Southern border, and people have simply said, I want to do it. And what the Congress and the court has to say. Now, Donald Trump has one of the federal laws of America. And in fact, the protests that began 1 week ago in Los Angeles that have already caused chaos. They have caused the overwhelming of the LAPD. And in fact, Donald Trump had to call in the National Guard because Governor Gavin Newsom refused to do it. And he called in the U.S. Marines as well. And it seems LA has
It's
been
pretty even to me.
although who knows what's going to happen this weekend. But with all of that, what was the protest about? Was it about Donald Trump acting like a king or a dictator? No. They were objecting to the idea that President
Up and to your left, so you're right, I mean. operations in Los Angeles. Headline of the story, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem attends ICE raid at the home of a pregnant LA County mother. And that sounds very sympathetic. Let me tell you something. They weren't going after a pregnant LA County mother. Either did it work, or Daniel Lincoln was a long time reporter we talked to him before. He said, I was at the operation with Noem. It wasn't targeting a pregnant mother. He was targeting her previously deported illegal alien Mexican husband who had been convicted of drug trafficking in February and had an attempted murder charge proven down for an assault conviction. Okay, come back. Let's see.
Judicial warrant for his arrest signed off on by a federal judge because he illegally re-entered the U.S. after removal. And by the way, folks, that is a felony crime. I've told you that dozens of times. That if you come in the first time, it's a civil offense. If you're deported and you come in again, it becomes a criminal felony under federal law. So why did the mainstream media report it as ICE raid at the home of a pregnant mom?
Yeah, come back straight to the right.
American citizen. She has nothing to fear of being deported. It's her husband who is the convicted criminal, originally accused of attempted murder, pleaded down to assault, convicted of drug trafficking just a few months ago. They were after him, and LAPD or KPLA knew that, and yet they present the story in the most sympathetic way because they understand their job is to front or pimp for the Democrat Party because the Democrat Party, they wanted to hang on to their slaves and Lincoln took them away. And now Donald Trump wants to take away their new slaves, known as illegal aliens, and the Democrats are angry all over again. It is First Amendment Friday. I'm glad to get your calls. All calls welcome, all subjects fair game. 866-439-5277. Send your emails to dawn@lawrencelarson.com. And you're listening to the Radio Northwest Center, and there are nonsense is coming up next. Everything is still out of control, and many of us rely on credit cards to cover the extras. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. Americans collectively owe $1 trillion in credit card debt. You might have considered reaching out to my friends American Financing, but they hesitated because you didn't want to give up your own mortgage rate. Well, there's good news. They've created the Smart Equity Loan, a solution designed to help you take control of your finances without touching your current mortgage. Unlike the HELOC, which increases when the Federal Reserve changes rates, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate. That is one predictable monthly payment. That gives you peace of mind. The loan allows you to leverage the equity in your home to pay off high interest debt.
Bye.